Alright. Welcome everyone, this is Legendary Reaper Death, Resurrected Zombies here. Playing some Call of Duty Black Ops. Yeah. Going back to the old school way of playing Call of Duty, which I've given some thought, I've given some thought of like what if I was the CEO of Activision? What would I do, what ideas can I implement, into my own Call of Duty game, right? For everybody out there. Sure, it might not please everybody with the ideas that I have, but, in this world that we're living in right now, you just can't please everybody. It's just, it is the hardest thing to do. It really is. But I'm going to try my best to, give some thought here, and yeah, let's get straight into this while we play some good old fashioned Black Ops. So, first of all, I would stop with the yearly releases. All right, I would stop that, and I would basically have the developers make a Call of Duty game that just says Call of Duty, right? Nothing after it, just says plain old Call of Duty, right? It would have a campaign section. It would have multiplayer, a really good multiplayer to be in fact. It would have zombies, Spec Ops, the old school Spec Ops, not the Spec Ops that are in the newer CODs. Not like that. It would be the older Spec Ops that we all used to love back in the day, like MW3 Spec Op, right? Where you can go through waves and choose different weapons and stuff like that. But anyways, it would have a DMZ, a really good DMZ. It would have Warzone. However, the Warzone I would choose would be Warzone 1. Because Warzone 1 was actually pretty fun back in the day, and it what made me play a little more Warzone than usual, right? This Warzone nowadays, I don't have the sentiment to play it anymore, So that's just me talking there, but but yeah, have a game where it's like Call of Duty, right? And it has every single mode and iteration that there has been, right? Then I would add another mode, right? It would be called the eventful mode, right? Where if you're gonna change up some modes and stuff, it would be having I don't know, crossover modes or something like that. Keep all the milsim operator skins, whatnot. You can have classic multiplayer, or you can have the new generation multiplayer. Now, what I would do with the new generation multiplayer, I would take off skill-based matchmaking for casuals. I would throw that away and have it where it was the Black Ops 2 multiplayer system, right? So, in a sense, again, guys, I'm trying my best here, trying to make sense and stuff, but you get the gesture of what I'm talking about. But yeah, but that's how I would have it, the multiplayer system being like the Black Ops 2 multiplayer system. That would be so sick and so casual right? Yeah, you'll have your sweats here and there come through depending on who you pair up with, right? But that's not skill-based matchmaking when it was back in Black Ops 2, because there was no skill-based matchmaking. At least I don't think there was no skill-based matchmaking. It was a good system back in the day. It was. But, the classic multiplayer would also have the same thing. Now, I would throw in ranked, because I know a lot of people out there do love ranked. So ranked will be the only place that has skill-based matchmaking in it, but it will be skilled to your rank. You know what I mean? So, yeah. And we get to the campaign section, all right? We get to the campaign section. Campaign will update every couple years with a new campaign story that follows along from the previous campaign, which I think that would be sick, you know? Yeah, this would be a big file and all. It would be cross-play as well, like for like consoles, PC, Steam. Well, I guess Steam is PC, isn't it? But yeah, even mobile, you know, there would be a mobile version of this too. And there will be no pay for this game. It will be free. In order to get the money, I would have to put microtransactions in it. However, the microtransaction will be generous. It won't be expensive. It won't be, you know, how it is with the microtransactions nowadays, right? It would be, you know, cool skins, cool crossovers, cool like things that would make sense that belongs in Call of Duty, you know? That's how I would portray it. But yeah, man, you know, a lot of that a lot of the modes and stuff for multiplayer as well, like keep team deathmatch, domination, free for all, you know, every single mode that everybody loves, especially SND, search and destroy, I should say. But yeah, but the search and destroy that would the way the search and destroy mode would work like basically OG Modern Warfare 2's search and destroy. Like that would be sick. That would be sick. It's like different iterations of certain modes that were the best back in the day. But yeah. And as far as bugs go, the bugs will be crushed immediately, you know? Bugs that, you know, that are need to be crushed. And what I mean by bugs, I mean like glitches and stuff like that. But if there's fun glitches, we would leave it alone, you know? If it's not hurting the game, I would leave the glitches alone. Or the small little glitches alone. But I know I'm doing terrible in this gameplay. I haven't got much kills, but you know, I'm very passionate when it comes to, you know, Call of Duty, and I've been playing it since World at War, man. Like, I mean, granted, I was a Halo fan back in the day, you know, and I still am. I love Halo. I go back to it every once in a while. But the most franchise I have played so far throughout my life, online wise, and obviously offline, but we'll get to that. Is that Call of Duty World at War is what made me fall in love with this franchise in the beginning. Let's get some kills here. Oh, well, I'm dead. But yeah, man. And it won't be online only either. It would have an offline mode. So like say if, you know, you ran out of your Xbox Game Pass live subscription thing, right? And you don't want to pay it anymore and stuff like that, you would have an offline mode where it would cater to having bots, and you could put these bots to different skilled difficulties. The type of skill difficulty I would put is like easy, normal, hard, like veteran, right? And like two other difficulties, like one being like sort of like realistic but not, and then there will be like a realism mode where like if you it will act in a sense where like it's hardcore TDM, right? Think of that. Like there'll be like five or six different difficulties that are implemented into the game itself, and that's going to be for every mode. Like you can actually, you know, have a difficulty system for zombies, which, lo and behold, Black Ops 2, the only difficulty setting you could set to would be easy or original, right? And that would be something similar to what I would put into my Call of Duty game. Now, I'm no dev and stuff, but I can give out the idea. And I feel like that this idea is the way forward for this franchise to bring it back to life, right? Now, you're probably wondering, So how would the multiplayer will look like? Well, you know, the graphics will be amplified, like a realistic graphics and stuff like that, but the guns would be balanced. They would be balanced, you know, they'll perform well and stuff like that. Of course, you got to get the licensing and stuff for the names of the guns, but if we can't get the licensing, well, you know, hey, come up with a different name for the gun, right? But yeah, I would balance it towards to where, you know, it's like modern, like OG Modern Warfare to like OG Black Ops balancing. That's what I would balance the weapons to. And it would make it so much fun to, you know, to play with certain different weapons, not just one or two weapons at a time, you know? You can like try out different weapons and they would, you know, they would perform the way they're supposed to perform, you know? And yeah, man. But yeah, that's how I would do it. Maps would be like maps from the OG Modern Warfare, the OG Black Ops, but if there was some like original map ideas, I would throw those in there as well, you know? Throw like all kinds of maps from, you know, different iterations of Call of Duty and throw it into the Call of Duty that I'm thinking of, you know what I mean? That would be so sick. And this Call of Duty would focus on like World War, right? World War, modern. It would focus on, you know, futuristic. It will smash it all together, and there will be like different types of like weapons, like all weapons from every iteration of Call of Duty, even the new ones, right? That they will be balanced perfectly and stuff like that. If I was the CEO of, you know, Activision, and that idea was implemented, but yeah, it would be kind of like COD Mobile in a sense, but better, right? It would be better. I thought I saw like a tactical insert thing or something. But yeah, man, it'll be so much fun with a multiplayer like that, you know, where you can use your favorite weapons. There'll be, you know, a build section in the create a class system, which you'll have like 10 classes that you can create. And then if I would do the Prestige Master, right? Say like there's 10 classes, right? You can unlock an additional 10 more classes. So in a sense, you can rock with like 10 plus 10, right? Which would be 20 classes, 20 classes in your game. That would be the sentiment of prestiging. Like every one prestige, right? You like you'll start with 5 classes, right? You'll start with 5 classes. Then when you prestige, right, for the first time, you unlock your 6th class. Then if you prestige again, you unlock another set of class. You see what I mean? Like that would be pretty cool. And then if you hit Prestige Master with additional levels, you start to unlock the next 20 additional or the next 10 additional class setups and stuff like that. Like that would be pretty cool. That would be pretty cool. And as far as hackers go, we would flush them out immediately. Immediately. We will make the game, you know, I would make the game better than any other Call of Duty out there. You know what I mean? So that's just my idea. You know, I'm no dev. I can't make this game, unfortunately. But if I was the CEO of Activision, that's how I would portray the multiplayer modes and stuff like that for all you guys. Now, as far as zombies go, zombies would perform the way how Black Ops 2, or should I say War at War, Black Ops 2, Black Ops 3, and somewhat Cold War, mash that together, and it would, you know, get rid of the armor system. We don't need the armor system. I will bring back zombie shields, right? And I would tune the zombies hit registration to the way how Black Ops 3 is, okay? Black Ops 3's hit iteration was pretty good. Like, you know, without Jug, you get hit 3 times and you're down, right? But as far as maps would go, I would add atmosphere to them. I would add, you know, I would tell the devs to like, yeah, go ahead, put some fog here and stuff like that. Make this game, you know, or make this map look zombified, not a facility or not like a generic town or whatever or whatnot, right? But you see what I'm getting at here, you know, like the technology is there. The current Activision, whoever is CEO of Activision or whatnot, just isn't doing these types of ideas that, you know, that I have. I would love to see someone take my ideas and, you know, implement something into something, but yeah, it would be a big file and stuff, probably take years upon years to like work on, but you know, hey, if you're dedicated enough to even do it, go do it, man, you know? As far as microtransaction go, again, like I said, there'll be a low price, you know. I'll only put it to like, I don't know. For the biggest, for the Mastercrafts, I would put it to at least 2,400 COD points, okay? But if there's no Mastercraft, right, and it has an operator skin, I would put the CP to like 2,000. That's about it, 2,000 CP. And if it's small little bundles, they have like little blueprints or something like that, I would make the bundle of those bundles. I would make the pricing for those bundles 1,000 CP. And that's like at least enough money to gain to like keep making more content for the actual, you know, the game. As far as, you know, regular battle pass goes, I would make that 1,000 CP. 1,000. If there's like a black cell iteration to it, I would make it, let's see. I would make it at least 1,050. 1,050. That's what I would make it to, you know? So it's not that much to buy, you know? If you want to buy the whole, like, full pricing of the Battle Pass, it's 1,050 COD points. Not too bad, right? But, you know, hey, you got to make money somehow, right? That's how I would make the money system work with the bundles and microtransactions and all that stuff. And yeah. But what else? DMZ, it would play like, you know, it would play like the MW2's DMZ, basically. You know, how people, it's like certain people loved DMZ and stuff like that. It would play to that, but I would tune the, you know, the AIs, right? The AI soldiers. I would tune their health down just a tad so they're easier to kill. Now, when it comes to armored AI soldiers, their health would be like the normal DMZ health soldiers that you would encounter, you know? So if it's like no armored AI soldiers, their health will be tuned down a little bit, you know what I mean? And their accuracy, the ones without armor, their accuracy would suck. But, you know, the more times that they keep aiming at you, the more you're going to end up, you know, getting tagged by them, if that makes sense. But the armored AI soldiers, those are the guys you want to stay away from, because their accuracy, if they miss once or something and then they try shooting you again, they're going to beam you. So just be careful on that. You know, if this Call of Duty ever, that's a I'm shooting my own teammates RCXD, the heck. And I would bring those back too, like, you know, the kill streak thing and the score streak. I would make both of them, you know. And I would even make it to where, you know, like how COD Ghost had this you know, support system of some kind, right? Where, you know, like instead of having kill streaks, right? Like actual stuff, it would be like perks. It would be like perks that you can earn. So something like, how would they call it? Specialists, right? I would bring that back, the specialist system, which was sick. And I would make it to where it was like the OG Modern Warfare specialist system, which that would be pretty cool. Like I would combine Call of Duty Ghosts and the OG Modern Warfare specialist system, and I'll combine those together, you know, and that would be a really cool system. In my opinion, it would. Again, some of these ideas you guys might disagree or agree, you know, but yeah. Oh, I guess I'm playing this map again, but I know I keep saying but you know, it's the only way I can think of what else I'm gonna, you know, do. You know, if I was the CEO of Activision and I would have these devs make this game. But yeah. What else? What else? What else? I'm kind of like thinking about this up the top of my head, you know, like I don't have anything written down or anything. I'm just kind of spitballing here. But what else? Talked about the DMZ thing. Warzone, I already said that's going to be like Warzone 1. The Warzone 1 iteration was better than Warzone 2 and 3. I would also make it to where, you know, any operator that you buy in the shop or something is usable for every mode. That includes campaign. Like you could choose to use your own operator skin, or you can also choose another section where play as the character, right? I would make it like that too. So it's like the best of both worlds in a sense. And like I said I would get rid of the armor system in zombies and bring back the zombie shield, the buildable zombie shields. I would bring that back. I would bring, you know, hellhounds back and stuff like that on certain maps. Manglers, I would tune down the manglers though, you know. There won't be too many manglers like Black Ops 6 has. But vermins, you know, I would put those in there. Like any iteration of zombies that has came before or whatever that we have now and stuff like that, I would put into my game as well, but I would also tune down their health a bit so it's easier to like kill them. But like I said, there would be a difficulty system, right? So whatever difficulty you end up picking, that's going to, you know, affect the health system of the zombies. You know what I mean? So that's how I would do it, you know. Easter eggs would be complexed again, just like it would be like Black Ops to like Black Ops 2 to like Cold War in a sense, and Black Ops 3. It would be like Black Ops 2 or Black Ops 2, Black Ops 3, and it would be Black Ops Cold War's Easter egg system. So I would combine those together and create like more of a complex Easter egg. There would also be some kind of directed mode of some kind. Probably it won't work the way how Black Ops 6 works, but you know, there will be a directed mode on how to complete the Easter egg easier, right? For casuals and stuff like that. But for the hardcore people, if you play standard, right, there is no guidance, nothing. You have to rely on the characters. If you play as the characters, the crew, right, you would have to rely on what they're saying and what's the next step. I would basically put it like that. So I would have the devs, you know, make it like that to where like it was like old school Easter egg hunting again, basically. But yeah, that's what I would do with the zombies. any weapon. And also, I would make it like this too. Like in certain zombie maps, you can get like exclusive weaponry out of the mystery box that's not found on the wall buys and stuff like that. That's how I would make it. Oh, you got combat X'd. But yeah, man. There'll be, you know, a dedicated knife slot. There'll also be a dedicated pistol slot, like you know, like handgun slot. So you would have a dedicated knife slot and a dedicated sidearm slot, and then the other two, right? Essentially, you're holding 4 weapons, and I feel like it would be unique where, you know, you would have a knife, a pistol as well, but you also have your primary, but the secondary could be like a sniper, it could be like, you know, shotgun or whatnot. That's how I would make the creative class system work. And then in zombies, right, instead of spawning with a loadout system thingy, I would put that in the classic zombies section where you start out with a weak ass pistol, right? And then you work yourself up to getting a good weapon and stuff like that. It would be like classic zombies in a sense. Oh, I don't know how I got that kill, but I did. But yeah, that's how I would make it like that. And then I mentioned loadout. You could play zombies like it's Cold War in a sense. So I would have a different mode, right, where it's catered to the casuals. If they want to start out with their loadout mode and stuff like that, there'll be a whole different mode for zombies. I would bring back Outbreak, but make it more better than what it was in Cold War. I would make it more zombified than what it was in Cold War, you know? I would make Outbreak in a sense where you're in the dark ether, or you're in the ether, right? Instead of the dark ether, you're in the ether side of things. I would make it like that. But yeah. And then there'll also be an Outbreak map where like you can literally go into the dark ether. And it will change up the map and stuff like that. And like there's so many things, man. So many things that I have on my mind that I feel like Activision nowadays could make, but they just choose not to, you know? Things like that. Like it would make it so much better, you know? But again, I'm no dev, and I'm not the CEO of Activision. This is just my idea on how I would make a Call of Duty game. And it would be the only Call of Duty game here on out, you know? So that way, no more yearly releases. The only yearly release you have to wait for is pretty much like a new campaign. That's the only thing I would put in there is for a yearly release is a new campaign mission. And the missions will be memorable as hell and fun to enjoy, and you know, yeah, man, it'd be so much fun. It'd be so much fun to have something like that. But yeah, I think that's about it when it comes to making my own Call of Duty game. If I was the CEO of Activision, that's how I would make my game. You know, that's how I would have my developers and stuff like that make an awesome Call of Duty game. And it's just like a lot of things from previous Call of Duty games that are implemented, and then there's some new things, and then there'll be daily challenges and stuff like that. There will also be a daily event challenge or like a weekly challenge where you can unlock, you know, new attachments or a new weapon, you know, like for every week. Like that would be so sick. That would be so cool, man. And it will make the game more fun to enjoy and everything. And there'll be a system where it's better than Ricochet, I would say. Like it'll flush out any hacker, especially when they're trying to make a new account. I'll have a system where, you know, it flushes them out completely. Like there is nothing. I would get rid of the mod menu and everything. Like any like anything that could be that can be a virus to the game itself would be flushed out immediately. Like there would be no wait, no nothing, no laziness. Yeah. The next day you wake up, that thing is gone. That's how I would do it. But thanks for watching, guys. I hope you all enjoyed my little rant on how I would make a Call of Duty game. Drop in the comments below if you know, like what type of ideas would you make in your Call of Duty game? I would love to know, man. I would love to know. Mission accomplished. Yeah. Even though I didn't get too many kills, but hey. The whole point of this video was me talking about how I would make a Call of Duty game and stuff like that. And yeah, man, it'd be really cool if we had a Call of Duty game like that. I can only dream. I can only dream. But thanks for watching, guys. I'm Legendary Reaper Death, RezurrectedZombies, signing out. I'll see you next time. Peace.